Hannah walked briskly, clutching her books tightly, determined to reach the library without any distractions. Yet, almost predictably, Minjun appeared from the shadow of a tree, his presence as unavoidable as the sun itself. He didn't lean casually or smirk playfully this time. His gaze was serious, unwavering. Hannah's chest tightened immediately. She had hoped the distance she had maintained after his confession would make him stay away, but apparently, hope was futile. "Morning, Hannah," he said quietly, stepping onto her path. His tone carried no teasing, only a calm insistence. Hannah stopped, her jaw tightening. "Morning," she replied curtly, keeping her eyes forward. "I just wanted to walk with you for a moment," he said, falling into step beside her. "I need to see you, even if you hate me." Hannah's grip on her books tightened. Her irritation flared, hot and immediate. "I don't want you seeing me." "Stop following me, Minjun," she said sharply. He didn't step back. Instead, he slowed to match her pace, his gaze fixed on her. "I can't. Not now. Not when I've realized how much I feel for you." Hannah whirled around, furious. "You feel for me? Do you even hear yourself? I've told you don't. I hate you. I don't want anything from you. Stay away." Minjun remained calm, though there was a slight tension in his jaw. "I hear you," he said quietly. "I know you hate me, but hating me won't change how I feel. I can't stop thinking about you." Hannah's face flushed with anger. "Then stop. Stop thinking about me. Stop bothering me. You've already crossed the line too many times." She raised her hand, her voice rising slightly, the heat of frustration and genuine fear blending together. Minjun sighed softly. "I can't stop, but I can listen. Tell me what it would take for you to even consider anything between us." Hannah's eyes narrowed. She wanted to make him understand, to set boundaries that he couldn't ignore. "First," she said firmly, her voice rising with conviction, "you stop the bad boy act. No more hanging out with those people who only cause trouble. No more showing off in ways that make others fear or like you for the wrong reasons. And second, you cut ties with anyone who influences you in that way. Only then, maybe we can talk. Until then, nothing. Absolutely nothing." Minjun blinked, caught off guard by the sharpness of her words. She wasn't hesitating, wasn't confused, wasn't even wavering. Her stance was clear, her condition absolute. "And if I don't?" he asked quietly, though the seriousness in his tone made it sound like a question he already knew the answer to. "Then there's nothing," she said firmly, taking a step back. "Nothing will happen between us. Understand? Nothing. I won't. I can't." She swallowed hard, the words catching in her throat. Anger, frustration, and something else, fear, perhaps, pushed her forward. "You've caused enough chaos in my life already. Stop forcing it." Minjun's lips pressed into a thin line. He didn't argue, didn't protest, didn't try to charm her or tease her. He simply nodded, acknowledging her boundaries without compromise. "I understand," he said softly, almost like a vow. "I'll change. For you. I'll do everything you said. And I'll wait as long as it takes." Hannah's chest heaved with mixed emotions. She wanted to shout at him, push him away, and yet, part of her was strangely unsettled by his calm acceptance. "Good," she said finally, her voice still tight but controlled. "Now leave me alone." Without another word, she spun on her heel and walked away, her stride fast, her heart racing. Minjun watched silently as she moved, his expression unreadable but his resolve stronger than ever. Over the next few days, Minjun kept his distance physically but not emotionally. He started changing subtly, spending less time with his usual group of friends, avoiding situations that might cause unnecessary attention or trouble, and silently removing any distractions that could affect Hannah's peace. One afternoon, Hannah was in the library, immersed in her notes. A group of noisy boys entered, laughing loudly and brushing past her table. Normally, she would have sighed in frustration, wishing for an empty space. But today, she noticed quietly that Minjun had positioned himself near the doorway, standing tall, silent, a protective barrier without making it obvious. Her chest tightened involuntarily. She quickly looked down, frowning at her notes, determined not to let herself notice, not to let herself feel anything. As days turned into weeks, Minjun's consistent actions began to create a subtle tension around Hannah. He no longer teased, no longer interrupted, no longer sought attention through playful antics. Instead, he stayed close, always aware, always present, yet never intrusive. Every subtle gesture, every small act of consideration was meant for her, but she refused to acknowledge it. One evening, as Hannah was leaving the library, she noticed him standing by the exit. He didn't step forward, didn't smile. He simply waited, eyes steady on hers. "You're following me again," she said sharply, trying to mask the strange flutter she felt in her chest. "I'm not following," he replied quietly. "I'm just here, making sure you're okay." Hannah's cheeks flushed with a mixture of irritation and something she refused to define. "I said stay away," she said, her voice firmer than before. "I know," he said softly. "I'm just here for you, as long as you allow it. Nothing more." Hannah's frustration reached a peak. She couldn't understand why his mere presence unsettled her. Her voice rose with anger. "Listen carefully, Min-jun. If you want anything between us, you do exactly what I said. No bad boy acts, no wrong friends, no chaos, no trouble. Only then, can we even think about, maybe anything." Min-jun's eyes held a quiet determination. "I'll do it. I promise. No one, no act, nothing. For you." Hannah's hands trembled slightly as she grabbed her bag. She spun on her heel and stormed away, her voice echoing over her shoulder. "And don't you dare think about forcing it again." Min-jun watched her leave, silent, his heart heavy yet resolute. He had confessed, he had been rejected, and he had been given conditions. And now, for the first time, he would show that love could wait, that dedication could endure, and that he could change completely. Not for anyone else, but for the girl he loved more than he had ever loved anything before. The campus continued its normal rhythm around them. Students moved, chatted, and laughed. But in the invisible space between the library steps and the autumn-lit lawn, a slow, tense transformation had begun. Min-jun's love was patient, unwavering, and absolute. Hannah's hatred remained fierce, unyielding, and clear. Every interaction from this point onward would be colored by boundaries, promises, and silent tension. She refused to soften, he refused to retreat. And between them, the slow burn of trust, change, and eventual understanding began, though neither of them could predict how long it would take for hatred to shift into something else. Evening shadows stretched across the campus as Hannah disappeared into the library, leaving Min-jun behind. He stood there a moment longer, eyes fixed on the door she had just entered. Then he turned, silently moving away, already planning how he would live up to every condition she had set, ready to prove, day by day, that his love was worth every sacrifice.